Alright, so I grind everything down, hit everything with a wire wheel. We're going to tin that in. Getting some forward progress made. I figured out after we got the move over with, I actually need some more 16 gauge steel for the body mounts under the rear end. So we're going to move on to some lead. Get this done and taken care of so we can move on to other things on the shell. That way I can have someone working on the shell while I'm finishing up undercarriage and framework. Lots to show on this car. I'm just going to poke in, show you various stages. You've already seen it laid down, and I don't know where my tripod's at. That's the magic right there. I love this thing. You serve a lot of fuel that way. We got lead dripped in there, drooped in there, plumped in there. One little dangler. So now I got the tallow. We went ahead and tinned it, wiped it, got the lead in there. I got the paddle. It's got tallow on it. There's the tallow there we're going to use. So we're going to get this dished around enough that we can file it. Smoothed out. I think I'm going to have some more fill like I put on over here. I'm ready to go at it with the 6-tooth file. Told y'all, progress. Just so you all know, this lady's name is Scarlett, as explained to me by Denise Trotter, Ralph Trotter's wife, who happened to be the owner of this lady. It's been rough going in the old shop. We couldn't work on something as we had time to do it. If we had downtime, something was drying in our open shared space bay, or we were grinding away trying to get something ready to paint. I can actually have 3 or 4 people working on very different items in the shop. Now I got some parts I need on order, back order, whatever. I don't have them here yet. That's part of my inner wheelhouse structure. It's gonna come and haunt me, but all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna trim it back, cut back the outer wheelhouse structure. Cut the outer wheelhouse back and get the piece fitted in there, stitch it in. I'll have to do it underneath, laying on my ass with the wheel off and up on jack stands. But we're getting fitted. This thing fits really well. The door hinges are so-so. Once they get pulled up and adjusted, the pin has to come up a little bit too. If you look, I'm a little bit low, but just a smidge. That door will come up. And bearing in mind, we actually are laying right on the rocker panel, so our door is crooked a little bit. That's what we're going off of. There's so many adjustments in the door, it doesn't matter. So there you go. We've got the driver's side quarter panel tacked on. I gotta get some more 16 gauge steel to finish the trunk pan. Once I get the trunk pan and the body mounts sectioned away, then we will move on to installing the gas tank, which makes me happy, which means she can move in and out of her own power. Really, the quarter panels and leading in the trunk lid. And a little bit to do on this door. No, both doors. A little bit to do on both doors. If I could do nothing but this for 3 days, I'd have this metal finish ready to go into epoxy then slick sand, or slick sand then epoxy. However, people do it both ways, and I've done it both ways. That's where we're at. Alright, this here we be. A little rough through there still. That's alright. We got a good metal finish. This metal finish came out so good care of John over here that I'm gonna do a real light. I was gonna let it, but I'm gonna do a real light skim of some short strand, just to get any of the pits or grooves that we got, because we got like a pit there, we got a groove back here. It was so light. Top it off with some polyester and it's done. It's that well hung. I figured those fuckers here would take some advantage of that statement. There's my welds, not butamus. The door lines up good. We got some odd gapping issues that are gonna have to be addressed somewhat. Up there. I told you all this wrecked trunk lid we were going to take and get all that fiberglass out of there, grind it down, beat these patches down a little bit, and then fill them, let them. That's only about a third of the way filed down, but you can see where we're going to end up right over here. This is about where it needs to be. So there's a pile of refuse lead and over there. I got them up under the car so I can sweep them all up and get rid of them safely. I don't fuck around with lead. I'll go wash my hands after touching it even. I don't want to ingest it. I still need to get some 16 gauge. So 2 days in a row we got several hours in on this old girl. I don't know, we're waiting on some work to come in, waiting on some money to come in. Shop like this runs hand to mouth, it really does. It's sad. But we're gonna headway on Scarlet. I'll get those outer wheelhouses ordered as soon as I can get them. But most of our metal work is coming to a wrap. I'll get the other door, one door's hung. I'll get the other door, trunk lid, and fenders over here soon so they can be hung and test fit. Once I got a test fit and I got everything in slick sand, gross economics states the obvious. So I'll show off the payment tendered. We'll be receiving a 76 Camaro. It's got a fresh 355 in it. It's not on my feet. Something we got to liquidate and finish paying for the build and our own bills. See ya.